Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video with the experts. Today, we are talking about how an app-based solution can help manage your patients with inflammatory bowel disease and empower our patients with the knowledge and the support that they need. I'm joined today by the fabulous Dr. Leibeliz Padilla. She's a gastroenterologist, an IBD specialist, and the founder of Unlocking IBD app. And I'm also joined by Mrs. Kayla Kaba. She's a patient advocate and CEO of Connecting Pieces, a nonprofit organization that support individuals and their families who are impacted by GI diseases. Leibeliz and Kayla, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to have you both, and we're gonna dive in directly into the topic. Leibeliz, I met you a few years ago, and you are fabulous in many ways. But the one thing that we had in common, outside our curly hair, was you shared with me your passion about educating and supporting people living with IBD, but also how frustrated you were with the limits of what can be offered and what can be done in a short clinic visit, in a standard clinic visit. So it seemed to me that a few years ago we had this conversation and you said to yourself, you know what, I'm going to fix that. Tell us about your why and why you created Unlocking IBD program.
Yes, thank you. So it was really, I was part of the Scrubs and Heels Matrix Mentorship Program founded by you and Dr. Zafzali. And I was already at the time in the process of creating courses for patients because I was really passionate about patient empowerment and education. And it was through my mentorship that I've received, I realized that there was more that I could do and offer patients a meaningful experience in their IBD journey. And this is how I founded Unlocking IBD. And it's a whole health patient-centered program. And the whole premise and foundation of it is based on the 4 M's, the 4 pillars, and it's medical knowledge, mindset, movement, and meals. And the way I like to explain it is that we are an adjunct or in addition to the patient-physician relationship, and we augment what patients already receive in the clinic. And so yeah, like it was through mentorship and my journey over the last few years that this has all evolved, and I'm just really excited to share it with everyone.
Well, definitely appreciate the shout out, but I think you have done a lot of hard work behind the scene, and we'll go more into details about what the program offers. But before we do that, Kayla, I am curious to know why you decided to be a beta tester for Unlocking IBD program. What was your initial impression of the app when you first started using it? And what made you want to test it?
Yes. So I'm just thankful that Dr. Khadija had found me and she asked me to be part of the app and try it out. I've had IBD for 11 years, and to be part of something that can improve our healthcare or improve anything during this journey, I'm just more than thankful for it.
That's fabulous. And sometimes, I mean, this is what life is about, right? These connection that happens and that make a difference in everybody's journey. Leibeliz, I want to go back to you. You know, we see a lot of apps available and a lot of kind of resources available, but they're mainly created by tech companies. And so this is really different that you as a gastroenterologist decided to go into that world and develop this app. So obviously for me, one of the big difference that you're offering is the fact that you are a gastroenterologist. But tell us more how Unlocking IBD is different from other programs and apps intended to support patients with IBD. You already talked about the 4 M's, but let's go more into details how you address those 4 M's.
Yeah. So I really think of it more as a program, and it's supported by an app, and it's human-led and human-centered, and we're all multidimensional human beings, and in the content and in the programming, it's all personalized with micro habits. And so it really builds upon the power of small incremental changes that people can make that will have lasting change. And that's really the power and the beauty of it. Like within the app and within the programming in and of itself, it's a lot about celebrating all of those small wins. There's a ton of accountability, and we can map out someone's habits and goals so that patients can see them in real time and be able to see their progress over the course of the program. And they can communicate directly with me and anyone that's within the app working on it. And so I think that's what makes it really different. It's the micro habits, the personalization, and the ability to directly communicate with someone, a gastroenterologist.
I love that. And I think you also offer monthly webinars for patients.
Yes. So I do offer free monthly webinars, and we touch on many topics that are really the unspoken questions and the topics that patients, I think, are often, I guess, inhibited to say or discuss during clinic visits, like things like intimacy and IBD. And we talk about things like gluten and IBD. And oftentimes we're dispelling a lot of myths that people are seeing online. So it's an additional resource on top of the programming.
I really love this, that you are addressing topics that are really important for patients, such as their diet, their sexual health. And unfortunately, we often don't have the time or the resources to talk about this in clinics. So this is a phenomenal resource that you're offering for people living with IBD. So I want to turn back to you, Kayla. What did you find most useful in the program? What part of the program benefited you personally? And recognizing that there's a real gastroenterologist behind the program, not just a tech company.
So I thankfully met Dr. Khadija through COGI, or Color of Gastrointestinal Disorders. And so I kind of had already seen how she interacts in the GI community. And for me, when I volunteered with them, I know that anything that they do is going to be amazing for the IBD community. And so when she had approached me, I already knew that it was going to be something that was going to be worth my time and energy. And I can't pick one specific element that I benefited from, because I feel every single modality that's offered was so just beneficial for me on many different levels.
I love that. Can you, for other patients who might be considering the app, how do you see them navigating the program and the app? How do you see them benefiting from the program?
So I think just the fact that I knew that I had a physician on the other side, someone that's knowledgeable, someone that is knowledgeable within the community, within the space, knows what patients are feeling, knows what they're going through. I think that was already for me a game changer. I think that personal touch that she offers in the app and the human experience that she brings was absolutely a game changer for me as well.
I can't agree more with you. I mean, I think meeting Dr. Padilla was, really a fantastic experience. She talks about the mentorship program, but it was a program where we enjoyed getting to know her as much as she enjoyed the program. Leibelise, I want to go back to you. So you talked about how you're offering resources and education and support, and really empowering patients to make these micro changes to their lives. So how do you see your role with this program supporting the medical team that the patient has? And also I wanted to ask you, actually, is there any opportunities for clinicians and medical centers and medical practices who are looking for resources to support their patients with IBD? Are there any opportunities to collaborate with you through the program or through other initiatives?
Yeah, so I see this positioned as, at the end of a clinic visit, you as a gastroenterologist are telling a patient, go to these resources. And then in addition, they're saying, also, please check out Unlocking IBD, as this is a platform and program that can offer really patient-centered approach and whole health IBD care. And I use it, I view it as really as an adjunct to the IBD journey. And so my hope is that patients will be able to view it as just another resource that's incredibly powerful, that's going to just lead to long-standing change for their patients and benefit them in those 4 pillars. And absolutely, I'm looking for other gastroenterologists and practices and academic centers that are looking to collaborate with me and validate some of the anecdotal evidence that I've already founded in that physicians are seeing less messaging like in the EMR from patients, because they actually have now access to me to at least help them navigate questions that they may have in the patient-physician relationship. And so that when patients show up to their clinician, they feel more empowered because they now have a little bit more clarity in their disease process. They come with questions. And so I am absolutely not a substitute for their physician, but really just that sort of right-hand person to help them in that journey, and as another tool in a toolkit.
You're the best friend that everybody needs to walk through a journey. That is great.
Yes.
So just before we close up, any just walk us, how can physician and clinician and other healthcare professional refer to Unlocking IBD, and how can patient reach out to you to be part of the program?
Sure. So physicians can refer their patients to my website. It's at labelismd.com. And then patients, I actually do have a special offer for Monday night IBD followers. And so if the first 10 patients that email me at hello@labelismd.com, I'm offering 2-week free access to my programming, as well as a 30-minute one-on-one session. And I'm excited to offer that. So you just have to email me at hello@labelismd.com. And on my website in general at labelismd.com is also where patients or physicians can direct their patients to get my free monthly webinars as well.
That's phenomenal. As like everybody who gets to meet you, you're passionate, you're generous, you're coming with gifts. So thank you so much for what you're doing. I love the concept of the 4 pillars, the 4 M's of medicine, meals, mindset, and movement. It feels like the perfect life mantra or recipe for success. A lot of motivating tools in your program, and with your phenomenal personality and your desire to make the lives of people living with IBD better, and to really empower them in their journey with this disease. So thank you both for being with us today. It was a really fantastic discussion. Please, for patients, for family of patients listening to this webinar, make sure you take this offer of having those 2 free weeks with a free consultation with Dr. Padilla. You've seen how phenomenal and how passionate she is about helping people living with IBD. So I hope you take advantage of that offer.